can't ride in my Range Rover. You can't smoke on my Jane Clover. You can't come to my crib, joker. Y'all gangster, I'm country. Red, white, blue, Mexican, Collar Creek squad. Red, white, blue, Mexican, Collar Creek squad. Red, white, blue, Mexican, Collar Creek squad. Y'all gangster, I'm country. Every single thing I got has got my me. I ain't had no handouts. I was grabbing a bag of dreams. Run around, y'all like chasing you on the floor like you're looking like they hate the beer. Let's talk about it. All you fools on here saying all this stuff, you assume he's just doing it just to start drama or to promote his albums or to get more views. Guys, he's been holding this secret. Church knew about it the whole time. Apparently he was recording. That people were recorded at his house talking about his downfall. No wonder. All right, folks. How you doing? So this is probably going to be a pretty lengthy video. I have a lot of stuff to say, and there's a lot of stuff going on. We're going to review Upchurch's video he just dropped. It's just titled February 13th, 2024. But I'm sure most of us have seen it, especially if you're used to this channel. You know what it's about. So he exposes Adam Calhoun for some of the stuff that has happened between them, and business-wise, friendship-wise, personal, all that stuff. And I'm going to react to the video. I've already seen it, yes. But I do have some stuff to say to add to this that not everybody knows. So stick around. It's going to get interesting. First and foremost, I was supposed to put out a song for Valentine's Day coming up, so everybody waiting on that song. I had a lot of people send me pictures of their families. I was going to include Creek Squad or people who were watching my channel, and I wrote a song for my wife, and I was going to include people and their spouses and loved ones, and even Miss Tina Deerdorf sent me some pictures to include in the video. But I'm just going to let you guys know that's not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to finish that by Valentine's Day. I was trying to get that done. However, to make it good quality and not rush through it and everything, I'm going to get on it, and it will be released a little bit later. So first and foremost, that I just want to let everybody know that. Secondly, I'm not making this video to jump on here and to try to get in somebody's drama, to get some views or some clicks and stuff like that. There's some real stuff in this video, okay? And this is not one of those things where I'm like, yeah, get him Upchurch. Let's, you know, I want to see the blood. I want to see all the pain. I want to make A-Cal hurt. This is not about that, guys. For me, I've had similar stuff happen in my life, and I really just want to fill this video out for what it is, and talk about things and get it out there, because, you know, I was raised that you don't really talk about stuff like that. Whatever, you just move on. And most of the time, you know, you do and you can, but there's some pretty serious stuff that's happened here when you take into account their careers, their friendships, everything that's happened with Mr. Upchurch over the past year and a half or so with his family and all of that. There is some pretty serious stuff here, and it's real stuff between two people who have been friends for a long time. Not a lot of people know this. This is how long I've been here, actually before this, but I have been here. I've been following Church, Adam, and a bunch of these people way before this interview thing. There's a lot of people new to the channel. Hey, I found you because of the Upchurch interview, which is wonderful. Great. Welcome. However, I've been following Upchurch ever since before Outlaw. The song Outlaw was released by Luke Combs. I've been following him since 2015. And around 2016, 2017, there was something that happened. This is not the first time there's been a misunderstanding with Adam Calhoun. Not a lot of people know this, but I will go ahead and tell you, and I can put clips in here. If I can find the clips to some of it, if it's still on the internet, I will put some clips on here. I don't know if it's been deleted or not. There was an instance where Adam Calhoun and a rapper named Hozier, country rapper. Not a lot of people will know what I'm talking about. Justin Stowers, he was kind of in the middle of it as well. He was not in the middle of it. He had got online and on Facebook back in the day and talked about a lot of this stuff. And he had facilitated a meeting between Hozier and Upchurch to try to talk this thing out. And there was a big, so this is not the first time that something serious has occurred. Back in the day, 2016, 2017, can't rightfully remember exactly when it was. There was an instance where Adam Calhoun and Hozier, they did a song together at some point, and it blew up. It became a pretty good song, pretty big. And then they had done a show together at some point, Hozier, Adam Calhoun. And on stage, they were talking about how, they were talking bad about church. Yes, Adam Calhoun, even way back then, was talking about church, and he was saying, him and Hozier came out and they said, there's a video somewhere, and they said, we don't care what so-and-so does at their shows. We are going to stay after them. We're going to meet every fan at our shows. We're not like that guy. We're going to meet every one of y'all, shake every one of y'all's hands. And they both on stage said this, talking about Upchurch. Upchurch, for a long time, he was able to meet every fan after the show one-on-one, and he did that, and he would stay there till 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But it got to where the crowds were so big, it just virtually was not possible after a while. Not that that matters anyway, but that was the big thing at the time, that they had a problem with him they had a problem with him because of, well, church became pissed at Adam Calhoun and Hozier, and I think him and Adam had talked. I think him and Adam had called each other and they had talked. And Adam, he's like, hey, man, Hozier kind of said some things. He coaxed me into getting on stage with him. And there was this big thing about it. Ultimately, Adam Calhoun and Upchurch became buddies again because they kind of talked it out or whatever. But there is somewhere, or there was, a Hozier diss track.
You need to set the fuck down somewhere.
This new album I've got, Upchurch the Redneck.
You didn't get me for shit, you paid me good and you know it. So I can fix your shit, track and make that shit mediocre. The only reason I did it was to be nice and do a favor. Now you're drunk as piss at shows, talking smack like a hater.
Upchurch dissed Hozier, and he put out a video and everything about it. And so, and they had done songs together. Upchurch and Hozier had done songs together with Justin Stowers, the Redneck Rave Anthem. Okay, so that's still out there. So this has happened before, guys. This isn't the first go-around. I've been here for a long time. I've watched all this stuff. Okay, so today I saw this video come up. And there's a couple of things that it dawned on me, and I kind of realized. And I'm not trying to insert myself here at all. I'm just talking about these guys because I follow him, and I've been to Upchurch's house, and I see the way he acts. I've been around him when it was just me and him in the room for hours, and I see the way he is, and he's not somebody who's just gonna like flip out and just get super mad over no reason. This video goes out to all you fools on my channel here, in my comments, who have been shouting for the last, even before the Tom McDonald diss, for the last few months, Upchurch is going downhill, man. He's doing this, he's doing drugs, he's doing this. He's mad at everybody. He's sitting on here, he's trying to start problems with everybody. He has kept this quiet. In this video, I'm not going to spoil it, but he has kept this quiet. He has known about this. All you fools on here saying all this stuff, you assume He's just doing it just to start drama or to promote his albums or to get more views. Guys, he's been holding this secret. This was a personal friendship between him and Calhoun. He reveals some stuff in this video that there was diss tracks written about him behind his back, that people were talking about him behind his back. There was all kinds of stuff being done behind his back. And then Adam was showing up at his house, and he was being all buddy-buddy and trying to like, oh man, don't mess with Tom and this and that. And church knew about it the whole time. Apparently he was recording. That people were recorded at his house talking about his downfall. No wonder. No wonder the dude is stressed out, because he's always got people trying to do something and sabotage him. I feel bad for the guy, man. But anyway, so this video is about that, and this video is for all the people in the comments saying those things. Church is just doing stuff. The personal people know that I interviewed him. They know I was over at his house. The personal people I know online, on Facebook, on Instagram, who have messaged me, bro, what is Upchurch doing, dude? What is he doing? He's getting mad. He's going crazy on ACAL. If he gets mad at ACAL, that's stupid because blah, blah, blah. Guys, all of y'all are assuming that y'all have been. I haven't said nothing. And I know there was some weirdness between them. I haven't said nothing for months. Because first of all, it's not my place. It's their business. These are two grown men. It's their business. Definitely not my place. I would never do that. Secondly, I wasn't for sure. However, there was indicators, and I have hung out with somebody in the past few months who I was close with, who Upchurch was close with, and you know, I would say something about something, and then there was a weird vibe around it, and so you know, I kind of put two and two together. And also, I was on TikTok one night, and Adam Calhoun was on live. I'll go ahead and tell you guys this real quick before we get into it. I'm sorry it's a long intro. I have a lot to say. I was on TikTok one night, and Adam Calhoun was on live, and so I kept commenting because he wouldn't see my comment. I kept commenting, and I was like, bro, I interviewed Upchurch a few months ago. I would love, bro, it would be awesome to interview you, dude. I would love to get an interview, you know, for the channel with you, Adam. You know, Creek Squad loves you, bro. We love you, bro. So this is what Adam said on TikTok. And he actually messaged me in my inbox. I messaged him. We messaged back and forth for a little while. And he ultimately was going to do it. And I guess he just never contacted me back. He was actually filming the music videos with Tom, with the tanks and the bulletproof vests and the flags. He was actually videoing, doing the video shoots to those songs. I can't remember the name of them. To those songs out in California at the time that I talked to him. So he said he might, whenever he gets back, let me do an interview with him. But here's the vibe I got. First and foremost, here's the vibe I got. When I sent him that message, or whenever he saw my my comment in his YouTube or his TikTok live, he said, "You already interviewed Upchurch. Why would you want to interview me? Why would I interview you? Why would you want to interview me?" And I was like, that's the first kind of weird vibe I got. I was like, because Creek Squad, Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, y'all are bros. Y'all have done songs together, millions of views together. Why would I not want to interview you? You know, instead of somebody saying, oh, you interviewed Church? That's awesome, bro. Yeah, heck yeah, I'd love to interview with you. Instead of that kind of thing, it was a very standoffish, you already interviewed Church? Why would you want to interview me? I don't get it. Because a lot of people associate you guys together. If you're friends, you will be associated together. And that's the first kind of indicator I got that everything was kind of a weird vibe. And then on the TikTok live, Adam said, yeah, like, you know, I love Upchurch. I've always given that bro his flowers, you know. He's like, he didn't come to my wedding, though. Church didn't come to my wedding. You know, I guess we're friends. Friends talk to you. Friends come to your wedding. They talk to you. So I caught a really weird vibe right there. And I didn't push the interview issue. I'd message him back at some point. And I said, you know, would still like to do the interview or whatever, but he didn't really reach out to me after that because maybe he just didn't want to do it. But he had already agreed to it. He'd already agreed to it in the inbox and stuff. He had said that he would be down for it, essentially. But, you know, I don't know if that was because I had interviewed Upchurch and maybe he was like, not, you know, there was some kind of weird standoffish vibe. I don't know if that was it or whatever, but I did catch a weird vibe. That's something that happened to me. I have receipts. It's not a big deal. It's nothing, really, there's nothing in the inbox that I haven't told you. But I caught a weird vibe there that he was like, had some kind of wall or animosity towards church, or there's some kind of communication problem between them. So this has been going on for a while. And, you know, there's a lot of people, here's the sad part. There's a lot of people who, they have careers built around, like, being a promoter. Justin Stowers, love the guy. He's a great promoter. He has, essentially, he has had both of these guys on his Redneck Rave. I mean, I think Calhoun was headlining a Redneck Rave at one point. I'm not sure. But anyway, and I know he's been there. I know he's been to several Redneck Raves. You know, and Stowers is friends with Church and Calhoun. And there's many more people who are friends with both of them. And so it's kind of one of those things where, you know, you don't want to, you know, I'm not trying to step in the middle and like say, hey, just because this person knows Adam Calhoun and they're friends, I hate that person too, or whatever. You know, there's a lot of people who know both of them who are going to be affected by this. However, after watching this video and finding out the things that Upchurch says that Calhoun had done, supposing being his friend, if you don't understand why Upchurch is pissed, or why was going to do a diss track, or why he came out the other day and he said, hey, you know, yada, 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 I'm going to make you rap me. I'm going to make you, you know, diss me, answer back. If you don't understand that now, and you were in my comment section in my inbox, I don't want to hear a peep out of you. This video's for you. This video that he put out, dude, it's gut-wrenching, man. It's gut-wrenching. This dude was fighting his family, tooth and nail, mom and dad, over just, they were just, and still are, some of them, it was just a bunch of nonsense and money, a lot of money, like, over, well, family, money should never come between family. Friends, real family. Money should never come between family. And he was going through all that crap, man, all that mess. And I couldn't imagine other people, during all of that, other people getting upset with him and writing diss tracks, and then showing up to his house, those same people showing up to his house and laughing in his face, or just laughing and goofing off like they were buddies, whenever he knows that they don't know. That's crazy, bro. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how. I couldn't do it. I've had friends do similar things to me, and it was really hard for me not to snatch them up. I've had friends invite me over to their house to hang out for a party, and then they not know that I know that they were literally trying to mess with my girlfriend behind my back, and then laughing about it in secret code in front of me with other friends saying, shh, 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 shh. Stuff like that happens, man. And that really messes with somebody, man. That messes with your trust. That messes with, you know, Church. He's a very private person. He's been in his place in Ghost Ranch, and now he does have parties and stuff from time to time, but a lot of times he doesn't like to have a lot of people over because he doesn't know who's going to try to whip out their phone and record him saying something that might sound bad, or saying something or doing something that doesn't look normal or whatever. He doesn't know, man. You don't know. He can't. Who can he trust? I don't blame the guy, man. He's probably got trust issues, which I mean, my God, Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? You know, and the people that he has helped out, Calhoun. I mean, good God, man. I mean, if it wasn't for the music that they started putting out, if I might die tonight, okay, die tonight. That's a great song. If it wasn't for things like that, man, Calhoun might not even have a career. Church co-signed him, and what I mean by that is hey y'all, this is my bro Adam Calhoun. Y'all check his stuff out. And you know, it's just pitiful that you know, if you have a disagreement with somebody, that he couldn't call him and say, hey bro, I know I've been a dick to you, or it seems like I haven't talked to you in a while, and I'm sorry, man. I know you're going through a lot. Like, how does this not take place? You know, and I don't know if it hadn't, but at the same time, you get somebody with an ego, and they got somebody else here, and then it's like they're just trying to, you know, get them out of the way because they want to. There's so much going on here, and it's just sad to see between friends. And I know I have been around Upchurch personally for hours and hours, and a couple, 2-3 times. I'm gonna say this, man. It's not hard to get along with church. Unless there's something I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody's different every day. Everybody's not the same every day of the year. But for sure, it's not hard to get along with the guy. Y'all watch our interview. He was sitting there. He was chill. We had a good time. We even had a difference of opinion on some spiritual things. And we just had a great interview. And the guy sat there for like an hour and a half more than he was supposed to. He was supposed to pick somebody up from the airport. He sat there for an hour and a half more than he was supposed to just to finish the interview. Because he enjoyed it that much. He didn't even tell me, oh man, you're going to have to hurry up and leave because I got something I got to do. He sat there. That's how nice he is. He sat there. He sat there and waited till I was done. I talked his head off. But that's how nice the guy is. So there's got to be something behind all this betrayal lately. It's just, it's getting really odd. Let's get into it. Let's get into a review. Sorry, guys. I talked 20 minutes before I even did the review. Let's get into it.
Well, looks like I ain't got to tell you who it is no more.
Okay. Let's read Calhoun's comment. A lot of people think this is about me. Here's what I'll say. Hey, dog, air me out. Empty the mag. Get everything about me out there. Screw it. At the end of the day, like I always say, brother, I'll be there if you need me. I feel like I've always owed you that. Send that biatch church. All right, so Adam, I guess there's been months and months, I assume, of Adam going, oh gosh, he's talking about me because, you know, yada, this has happened. You know, he did try to say, get everything out about me out there. So that tells you there is stuff that Calhoun has done, right? Get everything about me out there. Screw it. At the end of the day, like I always say, brother, I'll be there if you need me. So he's trying to, like, I mean, he didn't, he's trying to be there, or he's trying to kind of stop people from, you know, he's not going in full force. And he said, I do owe you that. So yes, he does. He knows, Calhoun knows that he owes him a lot, especially a lot of the start of his career. However, why would you even make that comment if there wasn't something? There's definitely something. Get everything about me out there. So there is something. And so church is going to do that in this video. I don't know if he's still going to make a diss or not, but he's definitely going to do that in this video. So let's watch on.
You of all people, after everything you stand for, you preach, after all the things you said about we should get the genre together and all this shit, you have to end up like one of them. You know how disappointing that is, bro? Not just for me. You know how disappointing that is for the fucking listener?
That's the exact point I was making earlier. Church said, you know how disappointing that is for me? Not even just me, or not disappointing that is, not even for just me, but also for the listener. That's what I was trying to say a while ago. I didn't mean to name names, but there are a lot of people who are close friends with both of these guys, and they're like, oh man, I just want to see them get along. But how? How whenever your buddy is doing that? How are you supposed to get along with them? And just like you said, that's disappointing for the listener, because a lot of people, man, they associated Church with Calhoun. I mean, hardcore. Because they have, some great music together. And what they stand on, what they stand for together. Both of these guys, look behind me, Second Amendment flag. Both of these guys, they stand for America. Blue collar, hard-working Americans. And we need all the help we can get with these people trying to change this country into socialism and all this other stuff. And just taking all of our money and just giving it away to other countries and all this wild stuff that's going on right now. We need all the help we can get. We need these guys to be influencers and band together. That's why it's so disappointing, because Church has had a lot going on. There's been so much going on. And somebody who, if your family isn't there for you, you would hope that your friends would be, your true friends would be there for you. And they would listen to you talk, and they would confide in you. And they would ask you to come over. And they would say, bro, anything you need, just let me know. That's what you would hope as a person, as a human being. There's nobody else to turn to if your friends and your family are trying to stab at you or backstab you or say, oh man, Church, he needs to do this, he needs to do that. There's not many people else to turn to on this earth. However, I believe that your Heavenly Father has got your back. But as far as flesh and blood to be around, there's not many more people that you can go to, friends and family. I mean, maybe a therapist, but you can go to Christ. You can go to your Heavenly Father, and that's necessary. He can be there for you, but it's hard. Stuff like this is hard, man. This is real life, and this is going to divide a lot of people. Well, I'm on ACAL's side. Well, I'm on Upchurch's side. And I don't see, after all the things that he's about to say in this video, I know who I am. I know who I stand for. I'm a RHEC all the way. Well, I'm a holler boy all the way. I ride for Church. I ride for Creek Squad. Church has been good to me. I just, he's right. It's disappointing for the listener, because now they feel like they have to pick sides.
For the ones that grew up listening to this country rap shit, bro, when I seen that comment, I was like, he knows it's him. I didn't even say a name in the video. He knows it's him. And you feel guilty, bro. And you know what? You should feel fucking guilty, dog. Because I ain't never done shit to you except for help you, bro. I'm the one who helped you get the courage to even do this shit in the first place. You've already admitted that before in a fucking interview, multiple interviews.
Did you hear what he said? You should feel guilty. He already knows it's him. Yeah. I guess Calhoun just got tired of it, and he said, hey, I'm just going to come out with it right now. I'm tired of worrying about it. I'm tired of worrying about when he's going to name drop. I'm tired of worrying about when he's going to name drop. and drop a track on me, I'm just going to go ahead and come out with it. So, essentially, that's what happened. You know, sometimes in life, and recently for me, I've had to do a lot of soul searching recently. Totally unrelated topic, of course. But a lot of times in life, we are our own worst enemies. And there's been several songs, and I'm not going to put the song up here because of there's several people that I know who I don't want to pull anybody else into this. So there's a song up here that on a chorus that I had to question myself of, is he talking about church? On an Adam Calhoun song, a part on the chorus. It just didn't make sense for it to be anybody else, for him to be talking about Upchurch. And it's kind of like, why? Why is he talking about church? And that's the question. That's one of the questions that it's good to ask, because it's like, is he talking about Upchurch because he's concerned about him and their friends? He said that Adam came over to his house, and I haven't got there yet, like 2 weeks ago. So this has been going on for a long time, these diss tracks and all this stuff behind his back that he knew about, and Adam didn't know that he knew, and we didn't know that this was going on. This has been going on for quite a while. It's got to be extremely upsetting to have your buddy come to your face and be like, yeah, man, let's do this, or hey, man, it's good to talk to you. Let me come over and we'll talk it out, or whatever. And then behind their back, you know that they're doing this kind of stuff. And to me, that talks a lot about Adam Calhoun's character. Do I think that he's this despicable person? No, I agree with a lot of stuff that he says, politically and otherwise. However, for someone to feel like that they have to address a whole nother person and their personal life and write a diss song about it just because they feel like they're not getting treated a certain way, maybe you should take a long look in the mirror, because Upchurch is just trying to go into survival mode and self-preserve himself from all these people who've been trying to get at him, and family members who've been trying to get at him, and all this stuff that's been going on for years. That's what he's trying to do. Maybe he hasn't reached out to you because he's dealing with a lot, man. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about calling him and be like, hey, bro, is there anything I can do for you? You know, holler at me. I'll come over and I'll help mow your yard or whatever. Have you ever thought about doing that? Or is it just, Upchurch is treating me this way, man, and I don't like it, so I'm going to write a diss track about him. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of character flaws there as far as looking at yourself, thinking about how you feel when a friend's going through a rough time, thinking about how you feel and how that hurts you, instead of checking on them and making sure they're okay and all that kind of stuff, man. There's a lot to be said about somebody's character who'll do this.
You've already admitted that before in a fucking interview, multiple interviews. All the times that I've done singles with you, albums, music videos, made content, a bunch of shit I didn't have to do, a bunch of shit where I stopped what I was doing to help you, a bunch of fucking time that I wasted helping a motherfucker who just wanted to backstab me like 90% of the other fucking people. And you're the last one I thought it would be. The fact that you...
Did you hear that? And you was the last one I thought it would be. That sucks, man. Now you think about that. I've had people in my life that I've known since I was very young. And we've been through all kinds of stuff together, man. Relationships, friendships, sickness. I've been there when maybe they were sick and I've been there for them, or their family, or they went through a hard time, their parents got divorced or whatever it was. There's been people who, you know, in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, bro, I love that guy. I can count on that guy. That's my homie right there. And then whenever your family gives up on you or steals from you or lies or, heaven forbid, tries to get you admitted to possibly become your conservator, like that Upchurch was talking about, things like that, you know, you need people to reach out to when things like that happen. To say, oh yeah, that's my bro. Adam will be here. Adam will come over. And Adam will, you know, he'll hang with me and we'll talk, and, you know, that'll make me feel better. And then all this kind of stuff is happening, and then you're like, who do you turn to next? You know, you're probably scared to turn to anybody human next. You know, that's why I'm so happy I have a relationship with my Heavenly Father, because, you know, He has mercy and love and grace, and there's been times that I don't know how I would have made it through without having a relationship with God. But He said, I never thought that would be you. And that's that betrayal, man. That's the betrayal that is just, there's nothing like it. It's the worst feeling in the world. Let's continue.
The fact that there was diss tracks you made against me during the times you did, it's so fucking stupid. Like, bro, like I said, I ain't never done nothing to you, fool. And then during the times that these diss tracks and shit was made, was during some of the, like, roughest times of my fucking life. By the way, these diss tracks never came out, to anybody who's wondering.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. I jumped the gun on talking about it. I'd already brought that up. But like he said, these diss tracks were made against him from somebody who he thought was a friend at some of the worst times of his life, when his family had tried to betray him and did betray him. And to have people who are your own flesh and blood get on the internet and go against you and try to make you look bad, it's just, man, that's Church is a tough dude. He's a very tough guy. You know, no matter how much we all we say we're tough, and I mean, I consider myself a pretty tough dude. I can whip almost anything that's came at me. I've been through some trials in life that I had to look in the mirror and I had to change myself and I had to figure it out, you know. But things like that, and then your buddy, your parents, your buddy. I mean, good God, I don't understand. I don't blame him if he wakes up and his head starts spinning and he doesn't understand who to trust. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you think about things like that, and it's like, that's why people say keep your circle small. You know, naturally, I've been around Upchurch in his house, and naturally, man, he's just the kind of dude who he's just a good old boy. He's just a happy-go-lucky, easygoing guy, man. And whenever I was there, he was like, "Yo, bro, you want something to drink? You want this? You want?" He was just a good dude, man. We had conversations and we talked, and hey, man, would you want to do some music sometime? Yeah, man. Yeah, bring over your guitar sometime. We'll do something. He's just that good old boy. He's just that good dude. And you know, I'm sure he has his moments to where he gets upset about stuff, but it's usually not. I just can't see it. Not the person I met that I was around. I can't see him getting upset and pissed off and doing all these things for no reason. There was a reason the whole time, guys. There was a reason the whole time. And all you jerks on here, man, all you punks on my page, yo, man, he's going wild, man. There's, you know, what is he doing? He's on drugs. He's doing this. He's doing that. There ain't no reason for him to be upset with Adam Calhoun. There was a reason. There was a reason. He knew it the whole time. And now everybody assuming that he was just upset. He was just trying to create this drama. Or it was for a promotion against Tom McDonald. You know, or whatever it was, jealousy. Really, there was a reason. He knew about this. These diss tracks and stuff, man. So, my God. He's been holding this secret for a while, apparently, and he said it. He said it months ago. He said, I know who's been nice to me, to my face. I know who's been trying to backstab me and been mean to me behind my back. He said it. So now you know. That's for all the people on my page, too, who've gotten on here. What did you do? What's going on, man? I have lost respect for, and all this stuff, man. Now you know why. There's a reason. It's right there. How do you feel now for assuming that? Let's continue.
No, they were made, and then he would come hang out in my yard and smile on my fucking face. No wonder you...
The diss tracks were made, already made, and then Adam Calhoun would come hang out in my yard. Now, maybe he didn't know about the diss tracks till later, because I don't know how he kept his mouth shut about it. I don't know how he didn't like, what's up, bro? You know? Maybe he didn't know about them till later, and now he's talking about it. Or he might have, I don't know. But he said the diss tracks had already been made during the terrible times of my life. Just because maybe I didn't call you enough, or I didn't come to your wedding or whatever. You know, because I had all this stuff going on in my life. It was one of the worst times ever. But he said they were made, and then you come and hang out in my yard and just laugh and smile and cut up. It takes a manipulative dude. Here's the thing, dudes usually aren't like that. Guys usually aren't like that. Like, I'm not like that. Like, if I don't like you, and I truly have something against you, and you invite me over, I'm just not going to come. I'm not going to come hang out. I'm not going to talk crap about you and then come over and hang out at your party and be like, oh, yeah, bro, I love you, bro. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not built that way. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't partake in manipulation and deceit and just all this weird stuff. But that's got to be crazy, man, to sit there and to know all that stuff and have to deal with that. That's nuts.
Always fucking having anxiety, bro. Because you've been fucking hiding this shit for a long time. Even when I was fucking helping you. During a time when I was being sued in court by all these bums, spending millions of dollars in court. During a time when I got robbed by my own fucking mother of fucking millions of dollars. Spent a bunch of money on fucking houses for fucking people that I didn't even know. During a time where...
Crazy. During times like that, guys, that's when you want to be able to rely on your friends and call them up and say, hey, bro, I need a day. Can I come up and hang? I need a day to just relax and chill and stuff and whatever. I mean, I just... And there's everybody's been through this kind of thing. There's friends out there like that. You're going through a terrible time and you try to talk to them about your terrible time in your life and what's going on, and they'll talk to you for 5 minutes and then they'll tell you about their life and what's going on in their life, and they just don't even care really. But then whenever they get put in the hospital or they need money or you know, their wife wants a divorce or their family screws them over, when all these things happen to them, man, they're there and they're like, man, I just need to talk and I just need this, and church is the kind of person, I'm the kind of person where I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever you need. It's a one-sided friendship, and that says a lot. You know, this is their business, but that says a lot. I wanted to get on here and talk about this. This isn't a song reaction, obviously. This is a deep thing that people need to realize in their own lives. They need to realize, they need to take a look at their circle and see who they can depend on. And that's what this is about, guys. So, it's dirty, man. This is dirty. You know, and I mean, I've never met Calhoun personally. He's one of the ones I've never met. I was at a show. I was doing videos at a show for an artist, and they were supposed to hang out with Calhoun. And they did hang out with Calhoun at a later date. But he was supposed to be there, and I was excited to meet him. This is a while back, like a year or two ago. So I was like, awesome, you know, I'm gonna be able to meet Adam Calhoun. And you know, knowing all this stuff is going on, it's just kind of like, wow. You know, you think about these people that you see on the internet, and you're like, geez, you know, it would be great to meet that person. And then things like this come out, and you're like, I know people who I think more of than this kind of thing that I know right down the road. They're my buddies. I would rather hang out with my family, with my dad, who's got my back through everything, than somebody off the internet who does stuff like this, you know. I don't know if that made sense, but in other words, sometimes people put Adam Calhoun or Upchurch or these stars up on a pedestal. I love church to death. I'm not talking about them like that. But what I'm saying is, they put people up on a pedestal. Oh, I would love to meet so-and-so, or I would love to meet so-and-so. And really, man, they're just, and some of them are just not good people. Some of them just have ego problems, and they, you know, they're just not good people. They don't have good character. And I don't know Cal enough to speak on this, to say anything about his character. You know, I think he seems like a good dude. But anybody who could do that whenever they're best friends going through a hard time, that's to me, that says volumes. So let's just continue.
She destroyed my fucking house. I'm still fucking remodeling this house from her fucking it up. You and your buddies out here trying to fuck my shit up even more. You secretly making diss tracks and shit about me. And then coming to my house and smiling in my face. I've known about some shit for a while. I just didn't want to believe it. Especially since all the shit I've been through. The last thing I wanted to believe was that it was you being one of those shitty motherfuckers.
I've been in that position before, to where I've been around an old group of friends I used to hang out with, and, you know, I grew up with them, and I'm the kind of person that I'm a pretty loyal person. If I've known you for a long time and I've always liked you, we've always been friends, I still have a friend that I communicate with all the time, who I've known since I was probably in like 1st or 2nd grade. And I've known that person my whole life. And they even moved away, 4 hours away. And I still communicate with them, and I still talk to them all the time. And when I was up there this past fall, I went and visited them. I stayed at their house. I talked to them. I'm the kind of person who, I like friends. The older they are, the longer I've known them. I love old friendships. They're strong, and you can rely on those people. And what Upchurch just said, let's rewind it. Let's see what he just said. Let's go back.
Tracks and shit about me. And then coming to my house and smiling in my face. I've known about some shit for a while. I just didn't want to believe it.
That's what it was. He said, I've known about some stuff for a while, I just didn't want to believe it. I've been in situations before to where I knew that people were talking about me or doing things behind my back. I just didn't want to believe it. And I just wanted to, oh no, that's my bro. He wouldn't do that. You know, my buddy, he wouldn't do that. And so you just kind of just try to push it off to the side and just, you know, just try to just, maybe it's just BS, you know what I'm saying? But you get vibes and you get those things. And then later on, at some point, usually you're going to have to address it because it's going to come up. And there's been times where I've tried to be that person. I'll try to be passive about it, too passive about it. And just because, man, I don't like to go to war. I don't like conflict. But sometimes it's unavoidable. And that's what happened, man. Some people, man, they're their own worst enemies. They let their ego get a hold of them. That's what I'm seeing here.
Middleman for the Tom shit 2 weeks ago at my house. When you drove all the way here in a fucking snowstorm to tell me, hey man, you should work it out with Tom. A bunch of shit to benefit you more. And your clique of motherfuckers trying to get rid of my ass and discredit me. After all the love I've showed y'all, you and the other ones who's trying to do the same shit, discredit me and just fucking rob me and fucking try to make me look crazy and shit. For what? For what? So nobody would ever find out? What a waste of time.
He said that Adam has been the middleman. Hey, man, work this out with Tom. And come on, bro. Yada, yada, yada. He said just to benefit you, you know. Not necessarily because... hey, you wanted Tom and him to work it out, so, you know, you guys could do stuff together, or there was camaraderie, or whatever, right? Mostly because it would benefit Adam, is what he's saying. That's what he feels like would benefit Adam. So, and apparently there's a clique of people who have been trying to discredit church. And I assume we're going to find out more about that. So, buckle up, guys. Yeah. And I just wonder if in all of that, where he was like, hey man, work it out with Tom, don't do this, you know. I just wonder, you know, he said, Upchurch says it was for selfish reasons. I just wonder if in all of that, Calhoun was like, well, church, you know, tell me your feelings about it, bro. Like, tell me, you know, genuinely, like, why you don't like Tom, and like, how do you feel about it? I bet you Calhoun never addressed Upchurch, and he said, I'm just curious how you feel about it. I genuinely want to know, since we're friends and I care about, you know, how you feel about things. You know, like he said, I guarantee you it was to persuade him. No, man, you don't need to do that. Tom is a good guy, blah, blah, blah. He didn't even stop and think how church felt about it. And you know, that you can always tell real friends and the where they're getting their motives from, if that makes sense, on why what they talk to you about, why they ask you to do stuff for them or with them or whatever. So yeah, there's so many layers to this.
You know, you gotta be a shitty motherfucker to do that kind of shit while I'm going through all that.
Yep. That's what I was trying to say earlier. You know, it's different if you're like, hey man, we just grew apart and we're not buddies anymore, and you know, whatever. But when somebody's going through a hard time, and I've had friends do that. A couple of friends. Me and a friend got into a fist fight when I was 19 because he knew I was going through a rough time with a breakup, kind of. And we wasn't, me and this girl, we were trying to work it out. We were kind of breaking up or whatever it was. We wasn't breaking up, but we were trying to work it out. And he knew that. And he took advantage of the situation. And he messed around with my girl. I've been with her a few years. And, you know, it came to blows. We had a fist fight. And, you know, maybe he thought he would, you know, he aggressed me. I was trying to let it go, and I was trying to let it go, and he aggressed me, and it just all came out. We got into a fist fight. We got into it hardcore, and it came out. It just happened. It happened. And, you know, he saw the hard time I was going through, try to figure it out with this girl. And for him to swoop in and take advantage of somebody who I deeply cared about was pretty messed up. Either way, me and that person that put that behind us. But I'm just trying to, and I have some more situations in my life that are kind of like that. And a lot of people will do that. They will do things whenever they're selfish and for their own reasons or purposes or whatever, rather than try to do things for the right reasons or morally, they will absolutely try to do things to benefit themselves. So yeah, you gotta be somebody pretty messed up to do that during one of the hardest times of his life, of his own blood and flesh and blood we were living with, and turns on him. That's what I'm saying about. I don't know A. Cal personally very well. Spoke to him a little bit, but anybody, and you know what? Maybe that's not A. Cal all the time. I'm not saying like, oh, screw that guy, he's the devil. However, in this situation, I ride for church, and I fully believe what A. Cal did was just despicable, man. Unforgivable. As a friendship, it's unforgivable. Like, dude, our friendship is done. However, can somebody change? Can they go to war with their own ego? And can they be a better person to the people they call friends? Yeah, A. Cal could change. He could do that. However, what we know, it takes a low SOB, super low SOB to do something like that to somebody.
You know what? I do got a fuck ton of shit on you and everybody else. But you've already admitted to being a shitty motherfucker towards me. And out of respect for your family, I ain't gonna release none of it. Cause I'm a better man than you, bro. I just wanted to shed some light on how y'all motherfuckers do me in real life. And how y'all really be thinking about a motherfucker and treating a motherfucker. And now they know.
Alright. So, there you go. Sorry it was so long in the beginning. I had a lot to say about the vibes that I got talking to people I know who know A. Cal and Ryan, and talking to A. Cal myself on TikTok, and the vibe I got, there was a very hostile vibe towards Upchurch at the time. You know, I'm not trying to demonize anybody who has been friends with both of them and doesn't want to jump in the middle of it. We all have our own feelings about it. However, I ride with church, and I cannot sit back and just act like, oh yeah, that's okay. You know, it's between them, and there's no, you know, there's no reason to get upset at A. Cal. No, definitely, that's some messed up stuff to do. And church is, you know, he said at the end there, hey, I'm a better man than you, man. I'm not going to bring. He even has mercy on Calhoun, because he said, I have a lot of stuff on you, bro. He said, but I'm not even going to bring it to the table because out of respect of your family. Calhoun has a wife now, you know, kids and stuff like that. So, you know, there are some crazy fans out there that might try to retaliate against him physically. So because of all that, Upchurch said, I'm the bigger man, bro. I'm not even going to go there with it. So, guys, leave some comments, share the video, watch the video. Sorry it was so long in the beginning. Have a lot of things coming up on the channel. I just wanted to say some stuff about all this. This isn't for drama purposes, guys. If you're having trouble, we do a thing Sunday. We go live Sunday, me and Buckeye. And we do a thing Sunday where we talk about positivity, how to get out of bad situations, and how to spiritually connect with your Heavenly Father to find redemption to God after this life. And it's wonderful. It's helped out a lot of people. We pray for people, and they pray for us. And it's been a great, awesome experience network. We go live on Sundays, 11 a.m. Central Time, every Sunday. So come and join us. Come back on the channel and join us if you want to do that. That would be awesome. I love you guys. We'll see what happens next. We'll see whatever dirt is going to come out next on these other people. I know Church personally. I haven't hung out with him every day, but I do know him personally. I've been over to his house. He is not the one to mess with. He had 3 AR-15s sitting in his living room, cocked and loaded whenever I went in, and he couldn't have been a more nicer guy, easygoing guy. So I don't know what we're going to see next. Who knows what we're going to see next? Maybe maybe the president of the United States has something against Upchurch, and we're going to come out. He's going to come out against. I'm sure he does. FJB, but yeah, we're going to see what happens next. We're going to see who turns their back on church next. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm at a loss for words. But we'll see. All right. Y'all take care.